G'day guys, Rusty from LawnPride. Well, in today's video we are going to talk about autumn prep. Autumn prep's pretty important because the better the way we finish autumn, the better we step into the cooler months and head into winter. So it's very important. I'll always start off by saying it's always good to do a lawn assessment. So that just means walking around your lawn looking for signs of stress, weeds, disease, pest damage, compacted soils, areas of poor drainage. For myself, backyard, obviously I've got pest damage. Basically these parts are something that we specifically want to target straight away. So let's look at rectifying our pest control, let's look at fixing our poor drainage, etc, etc. So always have a real good look around the yard before you start sort of planning. You might find specific target problems and look at rectifying those first. Now in autumn we're still mowing regularly. Just because we seem to cooler off, yes, the grass will slow down slightly, but we still have good temps, so mowing regularly is still a thing. Again, sharp blades. Cannot stress that enough, and make sure you're mowing frequently enough and don't remove more than 1/3 of the leaf's blade when you're mowing the lawn. Okay, fairly simple. Autumn is a great time for aeration. Obviously, you know, we've spent a good part of our time when we could on the lawn throughout the growing season, and it just relieves some of that compaction, the traffic that's been over the lawn. You know, we're providing more oxygen to flow through the profile, we're allowing access for nutrients, better infiltration and so on. So if you can aerate or you're keen to aerate, now is really a good time after the end of the towards the end of the growing season. Then we're looking at a fertilizer. Now, fertilizer, fairly simple. We want to make sure we've got nutrients in the soil as well as making nutrients available for the plant. So slow release fertilizer is the way to go throughout this period, unless you're trying to repair from damage at the start of autumn and get it ready going into winter. I'll tend to move to Turf Max now, a little bit higher potassium, great product, 3.4% iron, a trusted performer. Next one we want to look at is weeds. Now, weeds have become an issue for those that have been attacked by lawn grubs. So we want to get the weeds under control. So grab yourself a broadleaf herbicide and get them under control before heading into winter. Irrigation is another thing. Just because we're heading into slightly cooler temps doesn't mean we still don't have to maintain irrigation. So this is all dependent on your location. Southeast Queensland where I am, we've had plenty of rain. So I haven't had to water since the last week of December. So consistent falls here in Southeast Queensland, but irrigation is key. Maintain the right amount of moisture content to suit your variety in your location. Another one to take on board is just your trees and garden maintenance. Now, overhanging trees, shrubs, bushes, hedges, they would have had a flush of growth or good growth throughout the growing season. So now's the time to trim those back and make life easier prior to winter and maximize the sunlight and the direct sunlight that your turf can get. Next one would be pests. Look, different parts and locations around Australia, pests are a problem 12 months of the year. So it doesn't hurt. Now's a great time to apply your acelepryn and carry you through that cooler period and getting you set up and get ready to go into the spring period. Products I like to use around this point in time of the year, obviously I like my kelps. Root Max is a big one for me because I've had curl grub damage, so I need to basically reinvigorate the plant and establish the root mass again. So Kelpie, Root Max, also like Green Extra, just to add that little bit of pop of colour. So I've got some work to do out here, and I know, but look, stay with me, we'll get there. And for guys that are cylinder mowing, shortcut lawns, that have been on a PGR regime throughout the growing season, you're probably finding that you're coming to the end of your PGR application, plant growth regulator applications. So keep that in mind. We don't want to have the lawn suppressed heading into the cooler months. So there you have it, guys. There's some hints and tips and a little bit of information in around some autumn prep. That's what I'll be doing on my own property. Hope it helped you out. Take it easy, and we'll speak to you soon. Cheers.